DamienFBlack.tumblr.com. Yo, we're gonna be talking about Jesus, Jesus, Isa, that dude. You know the dude that walked on water and shit, fed the multitude, yeah, all that good shit. So, motherfucking Jesus. Let me start off by saying that's the homie. You don't tell me nothing about my motherfucking Jesus. And that's not because I'm on some Christian hype and I'm like, yo, Jesus is the fucking truth, the way, the light. He died for my sins and he's some real nigga. But what's important is the myth. Now, we hear myth, especially when it's applied to religions and shit. We hear like, yo, Jesus, that's a myth. That Bible shit, that's a myth. That Torah shit, that's a myth. That Quran shit, it's a fucking myth. But you're disregarding the role that myth has in society, the progression of civilization, and really more important, to yourself. Now, we hold on to quotes, we hold on to even celebrities and shit, and what they say in movies and pop culture and all that other shit. My favorite thing though is the myth of Jesus. This dude, he studied with a bunch of people that knew a bunch of shit about his religion, right? He's nice with it at a young age, right? Then he gets a little bit older. He goes into town. He comes basically back home or travels or whatever the fuck, right? He runs into these dudes that are supposed to be like preachers and teachers of the fucking word. And these niggas don't seem to really give a fuck about the word. Yeah, I'm talking about the Pharisees, right? So he encounters these people. These people are like, yo, you have to follow everything we say the way we say it because we know better than you. Jesus, on the other hand, was like, okay, we're going based off of the same religious laws and the same scrolls and shit, but y'all missing the point. So his whole thing was talking about how they missing the point and demonstrating how the Pharisees, in contrast to Jesus, is missing the whole fucking point. Now, forget the part about the one true God. Forget about Jesus and his ascension and blah, blah. Because personally, I don't believe Jesus was a walking, talking dude. I don't. I mean, there's implications that he is, or was rather, but all the evidence I've seen, well, most of it points to he didn't even actually exist. But here's the thing though, one of my AKAs is Uncouth Jesus. And I'm gonna explain why in a second. So, Jesus goes on and he tells all these parables, right? He tells these stories that make points. The mustard seed shit, the Bereans, etc., etc., etc. What I love about Jesus is this nigga was like, yo, I'm not gonna tell you I'm better than you. I'm not. I'm not gonna tell you I'm above you. I'm not. I'm a son of God just like you a son of God. But here's the thing though, because I'm hip to some shit, I'm gonna put you on. You know what I'm saying? In a peaceful, regular, casual fucking way. I'm gonna just walk around chatting with niggas, chopping it up, you know what I'm saying, and just I'm gonna build. You know what I'm saying? That's the 5% to say. I'm gonna learn with this dude. You know? So he ended up attracting thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people because they wanted to hear what this dude had to say. And what the fuck was he saying? Here's the important part. He was saying, yo, be good. Choose goodness. Choose what benefits people. Fuck all that other dumb shit. Because in the end, in the long term, it doesn't have any positive effect on your shit. Now you may be thinking, yo, in order for me to have a good life, I gotta conquer. I gotta go get mines. But here's the thing though. There's two ways to get yours. There's the one way where you get yours by yourself and end up totally unsatisfied. That's the route where you end up with $10 million in the bank at age 25 and you shoot yourself in the fucking head because your heart is heavy. You don't know if you have a soul, if you in the right religion, was it worth it to alienate all these people, blah, blah, right? Then the other way is to get it with niggas, to get it as a group. You know what I'm saying? In some instances, you can get billies. Like, for real, you can get billions of dollars that way. You could also get a comfortable, couple 100,000, couple million, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the benefit of the good way of the way where you work with people as opposed to working against people is that you can be satisfied in your morality. Now, is this morality based on Christianity? Is it based on Satanism? Whatever the fuck your morality is, you gotta live by that shit. And the way I see it, all Jesus was saying is, yo, think about what the fuck you doing. Have confidence after you've thought about it and figured the shit out, and be good, because that's the fucking dope way. And also, don't worship nobody on this motherfucking planet. The creator of it all, that God is the nigga that get worshipped. Don't believe the hype. That king, you take away his throne, that nigga ain't shit. That war general, you take away his soldiers, he's just a nigga that could fight and shoot. That's pretty much it. So I totally encourage and even advise for anybody who gives a fuck about improving themselves. Go read a little bit of the Quran and the Bible and the Torah. You know what I'm saying? Read Buddhist shit. Read Taoist shit. You know what I'm saying? Read everything. And find the myth that helps you move forward. But very importantly, very, very, very importantly, and lastly, don't put anybody above yourself. And do not put anybody below yourself. Because we all equal. In all the ways that actually fucking count. Alright. Peace.